Morning one more time. Now, here we go. This is a very fitting song, guys. Things that I'm doing is about defeating the colonial mindset and bringing new knowledge to. All right. What we wanna say about what's going on here now? Kushbush is starting. It's loading this boot, and we're about to see some action. Now in front of you, there are 4 pillars. The first one is the date and time. Second one is my device identifier. Third one is the battery level, and the fourth one to the bottom is a few options that constitute a menu. And the bar going down are a few other controls. The Z now clears this, and we're able to see the main screen and what's going on. Now the 2 Shenko items, the 2 controllers, are what you use to navigate and interact with the field. Some of them make sounds and it's supposed to vibrate, but I'm not feeling it right now. I have to check on the code for that. Now, what I'm here to explain today that was not properly explained in the last device I was using, it was too slow. This one is a bit slow too, but we're gonna work with it. Now, what I'm explaining is the animated system. Now, as I was saying, each of these joints you see moving here are individual game objects. They are individual, some of them are unity capsules and some of them are a custom capsule with less vertices to save space. Now, the walking animation is a simple timed rotation of joints, and that is controlled by a certain type of string that is generated by the position and rotation of each of these joints. Let me show you how it's generated and created. Now, you see in green here, I call this the nkwaba string because this entire string consists of a number of joints and their position and rotation in all. The position is standard 1, 2, 3, but the rotation I'm using the quaternion system because that gives a more accurate copy and paste instead of using the 360 degrees. The 360 degrees in unity angles sometimes it's not accurate, sometimes it's positive and sometimes it's negative, meaning that 270 might be negative 90 at any given time. So if you copy something, it will get mixed up over time and give you wrong rotations. That's why we are using the background music. That's why we are using the quaternion. Now, how to go about editing this? The controls are a bit tight right now because there are about 8 of them or 10 of them to use, and I haven't really found a way to fit everything in a neat space, but we can try with it. So let's say if we wanna, it's on root right now, let's say we wanna up or down, we can actually push this character up in the air or down at any time. We can change the orientation simply by modifying these values here. And if you will notice, when I modify the values, the string values also change. Everything changes according to the measured position. And the reason for that is if you go into this text, you copy everything and share it to someone, they will be able to reconstruct this rotation and position of every single joint. And that is how I was able to come up with a shareable position system or a shareable animation system. And you can call like a dance or a move or a modeling or a walking rotate, you can call anything that's an animation, you can call it by having a series of these strings together repeating, and you might have something like a dance move or a pose or so. So far we are doing static poses with one group of strings. Now, the next thing I wanted to explain, right, when I come out of this, you will notice that after 20 seconds one of these poses that I've set is executed. after a while. Now we're gonna wait and see it happen. Any second right now. You see that? That's simply a timed execution of one of these strings. Also, just want to show you something else about this. You might notice that the entire body goes down and his feet go up and he sits down in a nice comfortable position. And this is quite important for any video game because, as I was saying before, I don't know if you get catching the stream, but I was saying before that when you have an idle animation, it really gives life to the character, because you don't want to have him standing around doing nothing forever. So when he sits down now, he's at rest and your mind is at rest, knowing that the character is resting. Now you see how he sit down comfortably there, right? But his hands are down. That's not the entire animation. The only part of that body that's been animated is the roots position, so that he can go down on the ground, and the knees position and hip position, so that it resembles sitting down. I want to go up to a person and show you how they greet each other in this world. Alright, watch out this. I'll move back some. Alright. You see that? That again, that's about 6 joints being copied. The palms, the elbows, and the shoulders for each one of these arms. That alone is being applied whenever this character comes near to any other character. There's a certain script on it that all characters have, that they can recognize one another and greet one another when they meet. Alright, see that he's standing now and he's copying the pose with her. Watch when he sits what happens. Should take a seat any minute. Nice comfortable position, come on. Alright, the foot position might be busy. Walk forward and back a little, so I'll try to execute it. Okay, I think I have an idea of what's happening. Because of the movement constantly, what I've set is that, here we go. But he might stand again when she comes close. Okay, it works, it's okay. Yeah, it stands again. Yeah, the leaving position from this pose is actually causing him to stand up. So I'm gonna go to the static one, the one who's not moving, to demonstrate what I'm talking about. Should show up when she's nearby. Alright. Careful. Redo. Once again. Okay, do again. Give him a short while to become in a nice comfortable position. Alright. So I'm sit down there and his arms are still out. Now the reason for that is because here one, the leg positions are a group of strings separate from the hand positions, and they are being applied independently, but the entire body is still attached to the same object, so that when the body goes down, the arms move along with it, but are not, the rotation of the arms are not affected individually. And that's the beauty of having a hierarchical system where something is a child of or a parent of the other. These arms are a child of the entire body, so when the body moves, it changes everything, but it doesn't change the actual rotation of the arms. With this now, a flexible animation system has been invented, because you can simply copy a rotation or position of any one of these joints from here in the an entire string of joints here, and you can copy a position or rotation from any one of these. You can clear all and include only one or two and copy it. That only includes the root right now. So you can have this particular root position, you can have this position copied alone, this position and rotation. You can cycle over to, let's say, the hip joint, include that in the string, the next hip, include it in the string, and also the knees, include them. And with this you have a complete lower body string to copy, and this would not affect arms. I can share this with you, which I have already in one of my videos in the comments. I think was the last live edit video that was accepted by YouTube. If you check underneath, you might find some poses. These are one of them, and you can have this applied to your character simply by copying it and pasting it right in the box and clicking on the skeleton system here, and that will apply the joints, and you can have this position. Later on, I would implement saving it into the game itself on XYZ, but for now it's only temporarily until you close the app or until you walk away from this position, because as soon as I get up, I will leave that and go and be otherwise. There we go. Okay, now that's all I would like to demonstrate today. I have to run out now. You know, if I have an audience, glad for it and appreciate it. See you.